All right, we're back, and this is going to be the auto director section, um, which is not going to encompass the first person uh, use of the auto director with the first person hand or weapon or whatever that's in the game, specifically because that requires much more fine tuning and it's much more difficult to do. I will be doing those profiles until I'm satisfied that the first person hand options would be easier for users to use in the future. And that's a whole other section in here that needs to be adjusted for, and it's not easy at all. But for this, for regular third-person games and majority of games that like Little Nightmares, this game, the Dark Souls out there, that's also Gears of War. The majority of games will use this level of auto of the auto director system. So let's go and go to the shader, and we're going to actually come down to the bottom where it says hey, right here. It's at the top, but where it says user editable preprocessor functions start. So ignore most of these. These are all for other different things that we have to set in the future. For now, ignore them. And as I said, once you set all the options in here to do whatever you need, when it comes to the other shaders, you do not have to because these are all going to be done and sent over to Overwatch system, and Overwatch is what controls all the profiles. So, but in here, we're going to go to the bottom, and there's going to be an option called Profiler. You have to enable this to for it to populate the UI with the other option. There's other changes that happen internally in the shader. Uh, you do not need to have this enabled once you set the profile over to Overwatch. So we're going to do this just for the profiling of this game. All right. So once you have that, you see that this will actually give you a warning. It's a no profile. This is profiler mode enabled. This mode is to share, make, use a profile for the game that you are trying to make work for the shader. Extra options are enabled in the shader mode to allow for better profiles to be made. Good luck. Good luck indeed. All right. So that's fine. We're still in anaglyph mode because it's the easiest way to show. As if I try to send a weaved version of this or a side by side version, it would not be proper. But anyways, uh, these are a lot of values that just popped up. There's a bunch of other values in here that you should ignore as well. Let's not mess with that. What we're going to focus specifically is in the zero parallax distance. We are going to actually turn this on to full. Ignore all of these from 4 to 7. Those are for first person shooters. Do not enable them because they are not set here right away. It has to be set somewhere else in the shader, not here. You set that at the end. Don't worry about that. All right, for now, let's talk about the auto director system. The auto director system has multi levels from 1 to 6 of detection. It's actually 0 through 6 of levels of detection. So you have 7 total levels. But we're just gonna deal with the 6 here. The first level, which is zero level, detects for basic intrusions. So if I if I go to this, let's move her closer and let's go to this right here. See how it reduces? Well, we don't want it to reduce that much for the first level, so we're going. I mean, that's a good amount, right? So let's move 0.5 down, and let's see if it still stays the same. It seems to stay the same. Let's set the first one to 1, and it's not getting hit. All right, that's fine. That's good. So we're gonna set this at 0.75, and that seems to be good because it's grab this menu, see just a little tiny bit of pop out and pop in kind of things like it hits that boundary right there. That's fine. That's good. Uh, now let's worry about the other levels. So let's move this until it clips into her. She'll be a good indication on how close we can actually get to a character. Um, all right. There's no artifacting in this case, which is good because we solved that issue in the previous video about the pop out target. That's good. That's to prevent pop out issues that the user could. All right, we're still gonna have infilling and stuff because this is how the shader works. That's fine. Don't worry too much about that. We'll talk about that in a later. All right. So zero parallax distance options. We set this one already, the first one. Let's set the second one because we still don't want her to pop out too much here. And it looks like if we lower this more, that seems to be fine. It looks like that's fine, but we want it to be more um, gradual. So we're going to set this to 6.25 to pop out more and set this to 0.25. And then we're going to set the next one to 0.5 and we're going to set this one to 0.5 and then that should show the next level over for that reduction. So now we have medium right here. You see her shoulder is good. If we and it should be, if you go to statistics, you see it's 1, 2, and 3. The third one is getting hit as well here. So we can like move around a little bit. For right here, it seems to be fine. Move away from her. It seems to be gradually adjusting correctly. Statistics, you see only the first one's hit, and if she moves back, it'll move away, and she'll move forward. That's fine. It's not too bad. Uh, we can actually fix that in Overwatch, but Overwatch is for now we're not going to be setting the settings there because if I do that now, it's be way overcomplicated and it'll take hours to show you what to do. So this is fine, not too bad. We set those levels. And now the next level we can set, we can extrapolate. So 625 was 3, let's do 375. I'm gonna double this to 1. Just in case somehow something gets real close to her. I don't know if I can do that. Or if she gets really close, it will trigger that one. And let's check how far we have to do this. It looks like it's been triggered. We need to go an extra level below this, 0.25. We're going to enable that to 2. And maybe that's too much or too little. Let's see. Or it's probably too little. Let's decrease that. You can see how decreasing it, you can fix that. So we're going to set that 0.25 and do 2.5 and still check if it's getting hit. It's getting hit. And then finally, I'm going to set the last one 0.125. We're going to set the hit value to something like 5, I guess. It seems like hold on. All right. Hey, I had to fix a few things in code. That shouldn't show. So go back to this. We're gonna actually that's disabled. That's the other one. So we got 0.25. It seems to be hitting it, so it is active. So we're going to actually uh, make it a little bit stronger here. So we'll lower to 0.2. And for the last one, we're going to set it to 0.1 to 125. And we're going to set that to 4. So it doesn't trigger as it. So it's only triggers when she really moves her head into the camera. So those are the levels. See when she moves in, back, so it doesn't just. Alright. So it seems like we're done here with the vector system. Testing is easy, just like get into the walls like this, get as close as you can, see if it's affecting anything, weird issues, or in scene are proper. Here seems to be working right. Needs to adjust properly. May not catch everything, but it catches things. And see how quickly it adjusts right there. Moving in. It's still a little slow. To fix that, let's set this to 0.375 from 5. Because that first one isn't a intrusion detection, it's actually transition, the scalar in. It just makes it react. Yeah. Or maybe we don't want it to react that fast, so let's set that to 0. The in between value 125 again. And we should be done. It should be fast enough and doesn't shouldn't be too visible and it should automatically adjust. So for now just try to clip it, try to break it as much as you can. See it seems working fine. Moving it around. This around near that box. There's other options too. You see how it kind of takes a little time to actually grab that there. Because edges aren't as prioritized, but you could prioritize them if you want. Instead of full, you go, or you can deprioritize. If you want to deprioritize, you click on narrow. You see how that moves in even more. Uh, or if you don't want to do that, you go back to full and you use edge guard, and it's just a little bit pop out. It depends on what you like. Some people like that. I'm not into that. It depends. But in this case, I think I'll disable that, and that should be fine enough. Still a little bit of pop out, as you can see if you move this, popping out a little bit. But if you want to be aggressive, in some games you do, you quick switch it to wide, and that should detect it easier, even if it moves out a little. So, but for now, we're just gonna leave it to not off. Off turns it off, and just leaving it to full. That should be good enough. Of course, if you like try to completely have it in the corner, it will not be detected. It's a grid. If you can imagine, it's a grid of detectors on the screen. We can adjust it to add more in Overwatch, but in this case, it's not really necessary. All right, all right. So you see how it's working here. That's fine. Now we need to adjust a little protector kind of option in here. At the bottom, I told you to turn it off at the beginning. Set that to default. You see how it pushes it back. You want to adjust this to where it looks like it's used a little bit, but not too much, and it looks like value of 0 is fine, I guess, in this case. If we set it to 0, 5, or 5 is too strong, 25 is too strong, 1, 5, but maybe to 10, 0 0.1. 0.01 should be fine, I guess. Maybe that's even too strong in this case. 0.05 it's not really triggering, but that's fine. 6, 7, 0.05. We'll do that. That's only if it's like completely dark and this game doesn't have a depth buffer and it puts it up. It's just a automated protection. Um, all right. So we're gonna open the menu and pause it there. These are all the values that it's saved. Don't save that. So reload this really quick. Make sure everything's set. I'm gonna set this back to default, and we're gonna tab out of there, and it should be set basically for regular users. So like trying to clip and move things to things will be mitigated. Um, but yeah, testing it, just play the game. See if it's any issues, but this should cover the majority of issues. Uh, Things like if you're inspecting things, see how it automatically adjusts for this. You can see that it went through several levels and tried to see where it's proper in scene. The camera adjusts automatically so it doesn't like stick out, and that's the reason why the auto director system is useful in this case. It automatically adjusts the scene for the shader to not really have the user adjust it constantly or all the time. All right.